Hello and welcome to this video demo. In this video demo, we are going to deploy a sample nginx server and expose this deployment via a NodePort service so that our nginx server could be accessible. In this demo, I'm gonna use katacoda code to run terminal command, and my reference will be this article here. The link is provided in the video description. In this article, you will find more info about what we are going to do in this demo. First of all, let's create our deployment. I will give it a name, hello world, using this image provided here. And now our deployment has been created. Let's verify. As you can see, the deployment is ready. And now let's expose our deployment using a NodePort service. I will specify a service of a type NodePort, and the target port for this service will be 8080. As you can see, the service has been created. Let's try to hit this service using curl. It will not work as I'm using the cluster IP for hitting this service. Let's try this. And as expected, no response. To access this service, the node IP should be used instead. I will get node IP using eval minikube IP. And then append the service port at the end. And here we go. We can successfully access the service, and this is the response coming from the server. Let's run minikube IP command separately to get the IP, and this is the IP. This is the IP I'm gonna use to hit the service. But the service port is also required. To get the service port, I need to kubectl get service. And copy the service port, and I'm gonna curl the endpoint once more. And I will get the same response coming from the server, as you can see here. I can also view the same response on the web browser by exposing the given port in the browser. And here is the katacoda port selector, and this is the same response coming from the server. Now I need to expose the service using an easy to remember port instead of using the port assigned automatically to the service. I will forward the traffic from port 3000 to the service target port, which is 8080. Here we specify the local IP address and which service we need to expose. And for the last part, this is the port mapping. The traffic coming to port 3000 will be forwarded to port 8080, as you can see here. It's easy now to view port 3000, and you will get the same response from the server as expected. And as you can see, handling connection, that means coming request to port 3000. Let's open a new terminal and hit the service using curl. Once more, the same response coming from the server. This is another way to hit the endpoint of our service. And now I'm going to create Ingress for our service as well as a deployment of replicas 5. Let's copy the declaration specified in the YAML file. That will create 5 pods and a strategy of rolling update using image of Alpine version 1.14, which is exposed using a cluster IP service, the default service type in Kubernetes. And this is Ingress. This part is specified for Ingress. It will target our service. And for this I have created sample.yml file, and I will deploy everything declared in the YAML file all at once: the deployment, the service, and the Ingress. Let's now see. Now let's replace the image used in the deployment with a newer version and keep watching what's going on. As you can see, container creating. Kubernetes is creating the containers for the new image. And now we have 5 running pods of our deployment. And all 5 pods are running now. Now let's imagine a situation where we need to scale up our pods from 5 to 10 pods. This can be declared using replicas option. Here I'm setting replicas option equal to 10, and we can see here Kubernetes is creating new containers. Now I have here 10 running pods in parallel. So to recap, we have created a sample deployment for our nginx server, and then updated the image version of nginx from 1.14 to 1.18. And then we scaled up our deployment from 5 to 10 pods where our deployment is exposed using a service. Thanks for watching.